Earlier today in the Oval Office, Donald Trump looked at the assembled cameras and asked for me personally to say, Mr. President, can you do us the honor of protecting our city? Instead, I say, Mr. President, do not come to Chicago.
Point blank period. Spoken by a true man. Now that man right there, Governor Pritzker, or however you say it, Illinois, responding to Donald Trump talking about he gonna bring the National Guard to his state. He said, no, no, no. Y'all keep it locked right here. Straight Shooter Podcast, baby. We gonna get into this, all right? All right, y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy Swift Dollars, a.k.a. 16 Pad Killer. And, of course, you tuned in to Straight Shooter Podcast on Maschine Mafia TV, where this is a safe place for unbiased opinions based on facts, where we give it to you straight with no chaser, all right? Unfiltered, unapologetic, real talk. Hit that like button, smash up the subscribe, smash the like, and also click that notification bell so you be in the loop each and every time your boy drop one of these videos. All right, so check it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it looks like it's the war of Governor Pritzker against Donald Trump. Now, Pritzker is the governor of Illinois. And from what we've been hearing from Donald Trump, Chicago is next on his hit list to make sure that he gets order back in his country. Right now, he already has the National Guard deployed in D.C. Well, of course, he could do it there first. That's a district, that's federal, that's not a state. But he's trying to push the lines to damn near dictatorship, what it looks like. So, you know, right now, Trump has floated the idea of federalizing the National Guard to deal with crime in large cities, most notably run by Democrats, you know what I'm saying? So now this idea has been getting met with a whole lot of pushback. And like I said, right now, Chicago, I got to give them a round of applause. Because black, white, Hispanic, all races I saw at that press conference standing in solidarity. You seen the Mayor Johnson there, the Governor J.B. Pritzker, you know what I'm saying? And they was just pointing out that, violent crime is on the decline in the city. They said they just had the safest April ever. Well, in years, not ever, but in years, you know what I'm saying? So, they say it's been falling off. And also they saying if Trump were to send the National Guard troops into Chicago, that would likely set off legal challenges, as presidents can only do so in specific circumstances. So, it's got to be a drastic, like a riot done broke out or something where it's just chaos all over the place. And now, don't get me wrong, they giving it up in the Chi now, but you know what I'm saying, Chicago's violent crime rate still remains lower than that of the two largest cities, according to the FBI crime data. Now, I'm getting this from Newsweek, and they done did their fact checks. It has a violent crime rate of about 540 violent crimes per 100,000 residents. So for comparison, New York and Los Angeles have violent crime rates of about 671 and 728 per 100,000 residents. Now, in fact, of the largest 10 police departments, including the FBI data, Houston is the city with the highest violent crime rate right now, with about 1,148 violent crimes per 100,000 people. And then you got Philly and Phoenix, who are also higher than Chicago, with about 909 to 800 violent crimes per every 100,000 residents. So, wow, now don't get me wrong, I'm not for the National Guard going nowhere, because it's enough. If they're going to start doing that, then you're going to see people out here with about 500 guns or 600 guns in the street, and it's just going to really be the OK corral out here, because that's what it's getting to, the way they acting. But, and even the Mayor Johnson, you know what I'm saying, he was touting a decline in crime over the past year, said violent crime is down more than 21% and homicides are down more than 32% compared to this time in 2024. So, basically what they saying is like he's just trying to stir up a reason to, what I'm saying, push his agenda and handle his business how he see fit. But he's the president. Sometimes the president gets a little wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? This is just a little bit of footage from boots on the ground from NBC News earlier. We're gonna break this down too. This is a part of the whole overall story right here. So y'all check this.
Tonight, National Guard troops will be armed while patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C. A DoD official telling NBC News they're officially authorized for self-protection. It's a scene Chicago is hoping to avoid. Their mayor, Brandon Johnson, tonight pushing back on President Trump's threat to send the National Guard to more American cities.
We don't need cities across America occupied by our military. They don't have policing powers. They don't have arresting powers.
The president also suggesting on social media this morning, I will send in the troops to Baltimore after targeting New York and Chicago in the Oval Office Friday.
We'll go in and we'll straighten out Chicago, just like we did D.C. Chicago is very dangerous.
According to Chicago police statistics, murders, robberies, and shootings are all down more than 30% this year. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker accusing Trump of abusing his power and saying in a statement that there is no emergency that warrants deploying the National Guard. Chicago has been a frequent focus of Trump's criticism, going back to his first term when he sent hundreds of federal agents in 2020 to target violent crime.
Help is on its way.
But the latest threats come after the president mobilized D.C.'s National Guard this month and took over the California National Guard in July over the objections of state and local leaders. As Illinois leaders and the ACLU vow a swift legal response.
There's a higher barrier for the president to send National Guard into Chicago, but he's going to have to articulate a reason for doing it.
Like they said, he got to come up with a reason for doing it. So, just because you hear a bunch of rappers robbing stuff and shooting stuff and this and that, and that's no disrespect to any of them, but it sounds like that's what he's going off of, just, rap music and just regular poverty-stricken areas where stuff takes place. They just happen to be a metropolitan area, but even with them being a metropolitan area, they still aren't the biggest on the list. So for him to single them out, the question is why? And the agenda that people are, the common theme that everybody is saying is he's going after the blue states. Y'all put it in the comments, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all know how we do it. It's back there. School's back in. I'm going to rep my set. You know what I'm saying? Them Aggies, shout out to all them Aggies out there. If you're in the building, let it be known. Y'all know how we do it. Greensboro, NCA&T in the building. But like I said, man, I just wanted to let y'all know what's going on. Keep y'all up to speed. And then, Christy, Christy need to be on the hunt, on the lookout next, because he got a bullseye on him too. Trump, don't forget now. Trump like a Lannister now. He gonna pay his debts. You know what I'm saying? And he right now, he playing Game of Thrones and he playing to win. That's he out there like Tywin Lannister. That's Trump. You know what I'm saying? You see what he said? He's right about everything. Let that go over y'all head now. Y'all keep it locked, man. Straight Shooter Podcast, baby. Gone.